Hey everyone, welcome. So today, we're going to dive into the pretty fascinating world of offensive cybersecurity. And it's all about flipping the script, learning to think, and even act like an attacker, not to cause chaos, but to build a truly rock-solid defense. It kind of sounds like a trick question, right? I mean, we're always told that hackers are the bad guys. But what if they're actually the secret weapon for our own protection? Let's explore why maybe, just maybe, hiring the so-called fox to guard the henhouse is the smartest security move you could ever make. Okay, so first things first, we have to get on the same page about what a hacker is, because not all of them wear the same hat, so to speak. The term covers a whole spectrum of motives and ethics, and knowing the difference is absolutely key. And this image lays it out perfectly. You've got your black hats over on one side. Those are the malicious actors, the ones you read about in the news. Then you have gray hats who kind of operate in a legal gray area. But our hero today, the one we're focusing on, is the white hat hacker. To put it simply, white hats, or ethical hackers, are the good guys. They're security pros who are actually hired to break into a system, and the keyword there is permission. Their whole goal isn't to do any damage, but to find an organization's weak spots and then help them get fixed. So why is this whole white hat thing so incredibly important? Well, it's because traditional cybersecurity has always been stuck in what you might call the defender's dilemma. Just think about it for a second. For decades, the standard approach has been reactive. A new threat pops up, and security teams scramble to build a patch or defense against it. But that means you are always one step behind. And worse, your defenses only get tested for real during an actual attack. You know, when everything is on the line. This really captures the two big philosophies. Defensive security is all about building higher walls and setting up alarms, then waiting. But offensive security, that's about actively trying to tear down your own walls to find all the cracks and weak spots before a real bad guy does. So let's look at some examples here. The defensive side, that's all the familiar stuff like managing your tech and fixing problems as they come up. The offensive side, though, uses the attacker's playbook. Things like penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, even simulating social engineering attacks. It is a totally different way of thinking. And this leads us right to the solution, adopting a truly proactive defense. It's about taking the fight to your own systems to find every single weakness before someone else has the chance. You know, this quote really says it all. You're not just guessing. You're literally using the exact same tools and the same sneaky tactics as a real attacker would. By doing that, by running a real simulation, you get a completely honest look at how your security holds up under actual pressure. I love this analogy. It's perfect. Think about it. You wouldn't just install an alarm system at home and just hope for the best, would you? No. You'd want to know for sure if a skilled intruder could get past it. In the digital world, an ethical hacker is that professional you hire to check for all the unlocked windows and faulty sensors. Now, one of the main tools for this is called a penetration test, or a pen test. And it's so important to understand this is not random, chaotic hacking. It's a highly structured, professional job with very clear rules, established methods, and super specific goals. So what does one of these tests actually look like? How does it work? Let's break down the basic anatomy of a pen test, because it's a really systematic process. First, you have to decide on the approach. A black box test is where the tester knows nothing, just like a real external attacker. A gray box test gives them the access of a typical user to see what they could do. And then there's the white box test, where the tester gets full access to everything, docs, systems, you name it. That simulates a malicious insider who already has the keys to the kingdom. Each one tests a totally different kind of threat. The test itself usually rolls out in 4 phases. Phase 1 is reconnaissance, basically doing homework on the target, just like a real attacker. Then comes scanning, finding all the digital doors and windows that might be unlocked. The third phase is the famous one, exploitation. That's actually getting in. And finally, and this is arguably the most important part, is reporting, where they document every single weakness they found and tell you exactly how to fix it. Look, I know all of this can sound pretty intense. You want me to attack myself? But the benefits of switching to this proactive attacker mindset are just huge. It will fundamentally change the way you see your own security. The whole point here isn't to replace your defenses. It's to make them smarter. Offensive security finds the blind spots that automated tools just can't see. It lets you fix holes before they're exploited and gives you a real battle-tested picture of where you actually stand.
It really strengthens the entire system from the inside out.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway here. The absolute strongest defense isn't just about building a high wall. It's about having a high wall that you've personally tried to knock down over and over again. A truly bulletproof strategy needs both. It needs the shield of defense and the sword of offense working together. So I'll just leave you with this thought. We spend so much time and energy worrying about the threats we can see coming. But in this digital world, with attacks evolving every single day, isn't the greatest danger that one open door you never even knew existed? Maybe proactively searching for it yourself is the only way to ever be truly safe.